If you're hoping to get your hands on a Samsung Galaxy Fold for its April 25th release date, then it seems like you're out of luck. That is, unless you are one of the lucky people who managed to order it before it ran out of stock on the Samsung official website. It does seem like a little bit of a trend when manufacturers release their most impressive handsets. They always seem to run out of stock really quickly. I'm talking like within days. Now this could be down to either the possibility or combination of Samsung deliberately not making enough units to give the impression that they're in high demand, or they're testing the market to see if there really is an appetite for the new product. It seems like delivery date for most people for this really impressive new handset will be pushed back to June, and there may be even more of a delay as it seems like the first batches of the Fold are faulty. But before that, let me say a big thank you to Direct Mobiles. Over 24 years of award-winning customer service, and thanks to their comparison tools, it's just a great place to go if you're looking for the best deal on your next handset. Check in the video description for a link to their deals, or just search directmobiles.co.uk. Many people who got their hands on the device early have had to send it back in exchange for a replacement, as there are issues with the screen. And it seems like there are multiple issues. Some people have said without mishandling it, the screen forms a little bulge which eventually pushes through and breaks the screen. Other people have said that the screen has completely stopped working when they tried to remove what seems like a screen protector. And it seems like quite a few other review units are affected. I really do hope it doesn't affect the delivery dates because this is an amazing handset. Moving from a phone straight into a tablet is something that I know a lot of people are going to want to get in their pocket. But reliability is definitely an issue. I mean, after one day we're seeing serious breakages. What about after 1 year? How will it cope in the real world? The fact that the screen doesn't close flat, in my opinion, leaves it vulnerable to small objects, like keys for example. If it's in your pocket, key could do a lot of damage if it gets wedged in between the screen. And I've said it before, moving parts on a smartphone isn't really a good idea, especially when you consider how complicated those moving parts are. The Mate X has over 100 parts in its hinge, and I'm sure the number of parts in the Galaxy Fold is probably around the same. But they do have to get the reliability right. Both the Samsung Galaxy Fold and the Huawei Mate X seem to have their hinges exposed. Now could this be a slight design flaw? I mean, dust and small particles will inevitably get inside there and interfere with the mechanism. Also, the screens are plastic, so I'm sure they're going to be very easy to scratch. The Mate X has the screen on the outside, so it's way more vulnerable to scratches than the Samsung. Huawei are clearly aware of the problem and have developed a special case for it. I just hope that they include the case with the purchase of the £2,000 flagship. When I got hands on with the Mate X, the thing that struck me the most was how much resistance was in that hinge. It does require a fair amount of force to open and close. This, I'm sure, is a good sign for longevity of the device, but I hope it doesn't get loose after a few months of use. The sheer amount of engineering that's gone into this hinge suggests that it won't. And then there's the creases. Both of the devices show visible creases during the folding process. Most people have said that when you're looking square onto the device, you don't notice the crease in the Galaxy Fold. And the same is true for the Mate X, but it is still there. And I wonder if this crease will become more pronounced over time, especially when you consider that the Mate X closes flat, and that surely puts more stress on the screen itself. I know these companies are two of the biggest mobile phone manufacturers on the planet, so I'm sure that they would have thought of these things and engineered these problems out. But we have seen pretty much the finished products now, and their vulnerabilities do seem to be quite obvious for everyone to see. The failure of the Samsung Galaxy Fold review units is probably the worst case scenario as far as Samsung are concerned. However, I think that the sheer brilliance of the product and the fact that it's the first one to make it into mainstream sales means that people will still want to get their hands on it despite it possibly being a little bit fragile. The fact that Huawei have already showed off the Mate X and Samsung did not show anyone the device until recently, yet the Fold is still due to be released before the Mate X, makes me think that Huawei have more confidence in the reliability of their product. Either way, can't wait to get my hands on both of them. Anyway, that's it from me. If you enjoyed this video, then please hit the subscribe button, double tap notifications and smash the like button. It won't be long till I get hold of these phones, so make sure that you're subbed to Btekt so you don't miss out. You can follow me on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter, it's at Btekt, or add me on Snapchat at david.btekt. Thanks for watching guys, my name's David and this is Btekt.